Good morning. I hope everyone's having a great day today so far. And I noticed on our Google Stream this week that there were a few questions about number order up to the thousands place. So I thought I would go ahead and do a lesson on that, hopefully to help you understand a little bit more about putting larger numbers in the right order. And this one's for you, Ava, because you had specifically asked me if I could do a lesson, and of course I would love to. And you know what, Ava, I'm really proud of you for asking for help because that's really important, right? And I'm sure that if you have a question, there's probably somebody else in our class who also has the same question or might be confused about the same thing. So it's a really good idea when you're not sure about something just to ask a question or to ask for help. So that's great, and that helps me to know what to teach you since we're not, really together in the classroom anymore. And so let's go ahead and get started on number order. Okay, so number order starts with the same, or when we're working on number order, it's the same order no matter if the number is smaller or larger. We're still using the same order as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? That's our number order, and we're going to use this to help us know how to put our numbers in the right order as we go along today. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with some easy numbers to put in number order, and then we'll just build on that so you get the idea. Okay, so let's start with these numbers here. Let's start with 7, 4, 5, 2. Okay, so we're going to put these in the correct order. Well, I look up here at my guide and I notice 2 comes first, so 2 would be first. Then I noticed in my number order 4 would be next. Then I noticed in my number order 5 would be next. And then in my number order 7 would be next. Okay, so this would be the correct order or the correct way to put these numbers in the right number order. Okay, so that seems pretty easy, right? Let's go ahead and make it a little harder. Here we go. How about if we put some numbers up that are in the tens place? For instance, 41, 27, 32, and 11. All right, well, we're still going to take the same idea and we're going to look at the first number in each set of numbers, the first digit in our number. So I see I have a 4, a 2, a 3, and a 1. Okay, so if I'm looking at my number order, what would go first? Well, number 1 would go first, right? So the first one would be 11. Then I look at my tens place, up 2 would be next, right? 27. Then I look at my number order, 1, 2, 3, up 3 would be next, or 32 would be next. And then I look at my number order 4, so 41 would be next. Okay, so if I'm putting these numbers in order, this is how they would be in the correct number order. Okay? All right, so let's make it a little harder. All right, we have to be able to see patterns in the numbers that we're putting in order. So let's do one like this. 57. All right, so now let's look at these numbers. All right, well, I notice right away I've got a 5, 5, 5, and 5. So I can't use my tens place to help me put them in the right order, so I move to the ones place. So I have a 3, a 7, a 0, and a 9. So I look up here, what comes first? Well, my 0 does, so that means 50 has to be first because there's a 0 in the ones place. I look at my number order, up 3 would be next because 3 comes next after my 0. I look at my number order, up 7 comes next. Okay, 57. And then last would be, of course, 59. Okay, so we're looking at the pattern in these numbers in the ones place, right? And the reason why we have to do that is because in the tens place, every number is a 5. Okay, so we go to the next number in the ones place. All right, so let's make it a little harder. Okay, let's move to the hundreds. Numbers in the hundreds place. 163, 372, 530, okay, and 772. Okay, so let's go ahead. Looks like my marker's not working well today. Let's go ahead and put these numbers in order? Well, I start in my hundreds place and I notice they're all different. So that makes it easy for me to be able to put them in the right order. 1, 3, 5, 7. Oh, they kind of are in the right order already, right? Because 1 comes first in my number line, then 3, then 5, then 7, right? And we're seeing that pattern in the hundreds place in this set of numbers. Okay, let's make it a little harder. Here we go. 690, 631, 675, and 669. All right, so here again, I look at my number. I start in the hundreds place. Oh, I notice I have a 6, 6, 6, and a 6. So I move to my tens place. I have a 9, a 3, a 7, and a 6. All right, so now I'm going to put them in the right order according to my number line up here. So I notice my first one, or my smallest one, is going to be 631. Then my next one is going to be 669. My next one is going to be 675. And my last one is going to be 690, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, well, let's make it a little harder. Okay, we're just going to keep going up. Let's do this one here. 821, 825, 829, 827. All right, so I start in my hundreds place, and I notice I have an 8, 8, 8, 8. Okay, so now I'm going to move to my tens place. Well, I notice I have a 2, 2, 2, and 2. Well, now I have to go to my ones place and see what order they are. Well, I have a 1, a 5, a 9, and a 7. So I'm going to put them in the right order using my number line, right? So the first one is 821. I bet you know which one is next. 825, 827, and 829, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, well, let's make it a little harder. Let's move up into the thousands place. Here we go. 1100. Let's do 1300. Let's do 1000. And let's do 1500. All right. So I start in my thousands place this time. And I notice there's a 1, 1, 1, and 1. All right, so I move to my hundreds place this time. 1, 3, 0, 5. Okay, so those are the numbers. Whoops, those are the numbers I'm going to work with. 1, 3, 0, 5. So I use my number line so I know which ones go first in my number order. Well, 0 would come first, right? 1000. Then 1 would go next. Then 3 would go next. Then 5 would go next, right? Just like how we would be counting. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Okay, well, let's make it a little harder. Are you guys up for that? All right, how about this one? 1,372, 1,370, 1,376, 1,371. All right, so here I go. I look in my thousands place, right? And I notice a 1, 1, 1, 1. So that's not going to help me. So I look in my hundreds place, and I notice a 3, 3, 3, 3. Nope, that doesn't help me. I look in my tens place, 7, 7, 7, 7. They're all the same, so I keep going. I go to my ones place, 2, 0, 6, 1. All right, so that's how I'm going to, or those are the numbers that I'm going to use to put them in the right order. So the first one, 0, 100, 1,370. I look at my next one, up 1,371. I look at my next one, 1,372. And of course, my last one, 1,376. Squeeze that in there, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, let's make it a little harder. Let's keep on going. I have about 2 more. So here we go. Let's do 1,089. Let's do 1,071. Let's do 1,055. And let's do 1,023. All right, so here we go. We start in our thousands place, 1, 1, 1, 1. We go to our hundreds place, 0, 0, 0, 0. We go to our tens place, 8, 7, 5, 2. Up, there we go. So they're all different, 8, 7, 5, 2. So if I'm going by number order, right, this one would be first, 1,023. Then my next one would be 1,055. My next one would be 1,071. And my last one would be 1,089. All right, and let's do, we have time for one more. Let's do one more without the number line. Here we go. 1,049, 1,042, 1,047, 1,045. Okay, so I look in my thousands place, all ones. I go to my hundreds place, all zeros. I go to my tens place, all fours. So of course, my pattern is going to be in my ones place, 9, 2, 7, 5. So what's going to go first? Well, 1,042, because that's how I would count. 2, 1, 2. 1,045, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,047. And finally, 1,049. Okay, looking at our patterns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I hope that helps everybody out today whenever you're doing some counting. Maybe you could have your mom or your dad put some numbers in different orders all the way up to the thousands place. Make sure to always start with the highest number. So if it's in the hundreds, you're starting with the hundreds. If it's in the tens, if it's a number with 2 digits, you're starting in the tens. And just keep going down until you see the pattern in the numbers. Okay, so I hope that helps. Ava, I hope that helped you today, and thank you again for your question. So everyone have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye now.